Hello, beautiful soul tribe. This is Lori at Crystal Earth Magic, and I wanted to talk today about you being the power and the magic. And it's time to take back our power, and that we are the only ones who can heal ourselves. So I did a little short video about that the other day, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit more in depth. So especially over the last few years, we have found that institutions outside of ourselves do not have our greater good at heart, in mind, any of those things. And as we have learned, as we are evolving into realizing the magnificence of the souls that we are, of these wise, beautiful people and souls that we need to take back our power and realize that we are the only ones that can heal ourselves. How has giving our power away to the medical institutions worked for you? Again, I've spent over 30 years in medicine, and I have come to think of things a lot differently than I used to as I was going through it. But I see that I needed that experience to get to where I am now. And so as a healer, what I help you do is to reconnect with that power inside of you, reconnect with your source, your higher self, your inner being. That is where all healing lies. You know, someone outside of you, a healer, or someone in a more traditional medical role, can help you connect with that inner healing, but they don't do the healing. No one outside of you can do the healing for you. As a healer, I can help reconnect you again with that inner being, your inner source, your inner power. I can put you into alignment so that it is much easier to do that. But you have to allow the healing to happen. You know, when you go to a healer, again, that alignment occurs. It makes it so much easier. That connection can more easily occur. Blockages can be removed that are preventing you from connecting with your source, your truth, and your wisdom. You know, so many of us have given our powers away for lifetimes, and we don't remember that we are the magic. You know, and in this lifetime, I think it is so important that we remember that, especially now, especially what we as a collective and individually have gone through over the last few years. We see that all of these illusions that we had about institutions having our greater good at the forefront are not correct. You know, we have to be our own advocate. We have to be our own source of healing, and we need to do things. You know, we can't just say, here, fix me. We have to do some work. We have to do some inner soul searching. We have to do some all sorts of different actions in this world. You know, this is a world where we're living in a physical density where we may get an inspiration, but we have to take action on it. It's not going to fall from the sky. And that includes something like healing. Whether your healing is physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic, all of the above, which healing is all of the above. But let's say you have a physical issue for which you have not been able to find a cure or healing. Well, it's time to go inside and ask, what is really going on? Your inner being knows how to heal you. You know, often when there is, well, I shouldn't even say often, I should say always, when there is an illness or a medical issue or a mental or emotional issue, it is always a lesson. You know, the universe is not here to punish us. The universe loves us unconditionally. And we came here with certain things that we wanted to work on. You know, some people that have very difficult physical incarnations, they came here to work on that particular thing. Again, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, etc. But again, if you have something that just hasn't budged, no matter how much you have gone to traditional medicine, or whether you have done some inner work on it, what is the lesson? If we stop being victims of anything that has happened to us, you know, that we really created, we're just unconscious about it. If we start looking for the lessons within any situation, you're coming from the higher perspective, and now you can see better. Now you can see that view, and we are always going to be required to take some sort of action, not just give our power away. How is that going to help us as a collective moving forward and creating a new reality on this earth? How is that going to help us be empowered if we give our power away? You know, this is time to stand in our sovereignty, individually and collectively. So many of us have learned that, again, over the decades, over the lifetimes, and especially in the last few years, that if we don't stand in our power, if we're not our own best advocate, then, it's going to be really difficult to find the healing that you're looking for. And yes, you're going to have to do some work. And yes, it may be painful. And yes, it may be difficult, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. It can be joyful. It can be a journey of discovery. And yes, you may need some outside help from a healer of some sort, of your choosing, whatever resonates with you. But make sure that you have a rapport with that person. Don't just go to somebody that you don't have any kind, that you can't talk to, that will not respond to your messages. That's the model that Western medicine has set up, that you can't even have a dialogue with your healer, and you can't even get in touch with them. It's so frustrating for so many people, especially the older folk that I see going through this. And it's so hard for them to understand that they need to take their power back. Again, they have been programmed. We have all been programmed, that someone outside of us knows better than we do. And we're coming to realize that is not the case. Only we can help ourselves. Only we can heal ourselves. Yes, we can go to someone else. A more holistic healer would be, my recommendation. And that's where I have come after spending so many years in traditional medicine. But holistic healing involves you, the client, and it helps to align you with your inner power. Even a holistic healer is not healing you. They are, like I said, aligning you, getting you into that place where you can allow that healing to come through naturally. And yes, it's some work. And yes, it may take a paradigm shift. And yes, it may take a little bit of reorganization of our thoughts, our beliefs, all of those things. But this is the way moving forward, where we take back our power and we stop giving it away. And again, this is how I approach healing, is to make you in the driver's seat, and we just help. We just help to get you there, So any healer going around saying, I will heal you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Personally, I'd run. but honestly, it's a collaborative effort. When you go to a true holistic healer who is worth their salt, it's a collaborative effort as to getting you to the best state of health, of mental health, of physical health, of emotional health, spiritual health, all of those things. So I just wanted to come with a short message today to follow up on my little short video from yesterday. And just to realize that you have all the power. When you come to that place where you decide that you want to heal and that traditional stuff isn't helping you, and that you're frustrated by the system that beats you down and does not empower you, now it's time to start looking into alternative healing. There are so many sources out there. There are many healers out there. What I say is just make sure you have a rapport and that you can converse with that person, that person is responsive to you, and that they include you in the healing. That they're not just saying there, and agreeing with everything you say. Personally, sometimes I have to say things that people don't want to hear, but maybe that's a catalyst for their healing. Not everybody approaches it that way, but that's how I do it. Whatever comes through, whatever I'm getting from your guides, from, your higher self, from your team, that's what comes through. And, your team knows you and they know how you will best respond to messages. So I don't, get in the way of that. I just deliver messages as they come during a session. Everybody does things a little differently, but that's how I operate. And I certainly am not going to second guess your higher self. I would love to just be that channel for that energy to come through so that you can really receive a message consciously. Sometimes it takes people to have hitting hot rock bottom or have their back against the wall or some really big scare to happen. Wouldn't it be nice to begin the healing before you got to that place? Wouldn't it be nice? But unfortunately, many people wait until it's the last ditch effort. They may not even truly believe in alternative healing, but because nothing else has worked for them, because Western medicine has failed them, because they have nowhere else to turn, they may turn to holistic healing. And again, it's a belief system that has to come into alignment to allow that healing to happen, because people are not taught that they're powerful. People are not taught that they're magical. People are not taught that all the power is inside. and it's okay to need a little help getting there, because that's what we're all here to help each other with. That's what people who do what I do are here to do, is to help you remember who you are, help you remember your power, help you get back into that alignment, your perfect state, so that you can live the most full and enjoy your life the most that you possibly can, so that you can do everything that you want to do to make your mission manifest on this earth. Everything's going to be changing. Paradigm shift, big paradigm shift in how we view health and healing. And I am grateful to be along on this journey with all of you. And it's fascinating. It's wonderful. And again, if we look at things in the positive and not rue the days that this was good or that was good. Oh, guys, it hasn't been good for so long, for so long. Again, I've seen it from the inside out, and you have no idea. Some of you do, because you've been there. But again, remembering your power, you are the magic, you are the power, and start taking that back. Start knowing that you are the best expert on yourself. And you just may need a little guidance getting back into that flow. Anyway, this is Lori with Crystal Earth Magic. I hope that was helpful. And I just want to remind you of how magical, how powerful you are. Take back that power, stand in your sovereignty. I will help you every step of the way if you ask me to. I hope you have a magical day. Talk to you soon.